Hey everybody, it's Brian here. I hope you're all doing well. So recently a follower on my Instagram account asked me if I could do an episode about how to use Instagram in order to help promote the print-on-demand business. And obviously he asked, and I'm here to provide an answer. What we're going to do today is we're going to look at a way in which we can make our Instagram account work better for us in order to attract more followers to follow our individual accounts and hopefully lead them, direct them to our own print-on-demand website on whichever platform it is that we use in order to hopefully make more sales, particularly as we get closer to the fourth quarter. It's a really great episode. I'm really excited to be presenting it to you. So with that said, let's get to it. So before we continue on with today's episode, if you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm really glad to have you over here. It obviously means that you are interested in starting up a print-on-demand business and obviously being successful in it. So I want to encourage you now to please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell notification icon so that you'll be informed each and every time that I post a new video to my channel. I post every Wednesday and Saturday. And my main goal for this channel is to provide you with tips that you can use in your print-on-demand business to gain more success. And now let's get back to today's episode. Okay, so here we are now on my Instagram feed, and these are posts from my early days on Instagram. And basically, I thought when I first started out on Instagram that the best thing to do would be to put my designs on products, place them on mockups, and start posting them onto Instagram, and then watch the people come visit my print-on-demand accounts and start buying in bucket loads. Well, clearly I'm here to say that that was not the case. So let's take a look and see what happened. Hopefully we'll see whether or not it's actually happening presently with you and what I did in order to turn the tides so that obviously I could start increasing the number of followers to my account and in truth the engagement that I get to the account. So basically, as you can see here, the numbers at the beginning were not that great. I mean, at best, we weren't even breaking 10 likes per post. And obviously, I continued thinking that, you know what, perhaps maybe it's because I'm still new, I haven't been as consistent as I wanted, I need to give time for the Instagram algorithm to start picking up my account and sharing at it. So I started posting more regularly, sometimes 2, 3, 4, even 5 times a day. And then I thought to myself, okay, well, these posts with my products, maybe I should mix things up a little bit. And I decided, what would be interesting to people? Hey, what about these did you know type of posts? People like general knowledge, the things of interest, so let's start putting them up and see what comes of it. And obviously, the numbers, as you can see, weren't that great. At the beginning, they didn't really pick up at all. And I happened to be at a supermarket one day during Halloween time, and they had this bodybuilder body mask, and I put it on, took a photo, and all of a sudden I got 12 likes. So that started ringing bells in my head saying, well, perhaps maybe the type of posts that I was putting up aren't ringing true with the followers who've been following me. So I decided to give it some thought, and I continued posting, and I still stuck with different types of quotes and these did you know posts and my products, and still again we were getting crickets to my account. I mean, if we just continue going, this one had 10. Alright, I'm not going to bore you with a lot by going through all of the posts, but as you can see here, the numbers weren't that great. This one had 15, then we dropped back down to 6, but I continued posting in the hopes that through my stubbornness, the Instagram algorithm would pick me up and start following. Alright, and in truth, when I took a look at them, I wasn't even putting in any kind of hashtags. Now, for those of you who are aware of Instagram, Instagram is really big on hashtags, and if you put hashtags in, obviously it's going to show your posts into this hashtag account, and hopefully people would see it and be attracted to come and visit your account and hopefully follow you. So that was something I definitely did not do early in my Instagram posting experience. But I continued posting, then we came around the American elections and I started posting things pertaining to that, some family photos, some photos about me. And then one day I decided, let's put up a couple of videos. We all know that Instagram is also big on these Instagram Reels. And here we could see I came up with 51 plays, which was a huge jump from the crickets I was getting for my Instagram feed posts early in the days of my account. So I started thinking, maybe it's time that I start creating a few videos too as well. And that is what I did sporadically because the time that I had didn't always permit for it, but I always made sure that I was consistent in posting my different, one a day post feeds. But again, the numbers weren't that great. Okay, and then another video came in and I had 41 plays on that, which was absolutely great. So it started ringing these bells into my mind that, hey, listen, I've got to start doing these things. But as you can see here, I did not keep to that advice, and in fact, I dropped back into posting products, which again was sending one clear message to people who were following me, the few people who were following me, buy, 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 buy. And in truth, that really wasn't paying anything for me. And I was getting frustrated, and I was saying to myself, what is it that I have to do in order to get people to come and visit my Instagram account and follow me? And then I created another video and 42 views came from it. So as you can see here, it did take me long to come up with the idea of, listen, I've got to start changing my things around with respect to my Instagram page. And in truth, without naming any accounts, I have been visiting a number of Instagram accounts as of late just to see what kind of things people who have been following me to Instagram have been posting. And in truth, it's basically a carbon copy of what it is that I was doing. Now, this is not to degrade anybody. I'm not going to point anybody out because it would be very unfair to do so. Because in truth, as you can see from my Instagram account, it's exactly what I was doing. I felt that I had to consistently post my designs on products in the hopes that people would eventually discover my Instagram page and then start following me, and I would start making riches beyond belief. It didn't happen. Okay, so what is it that I decided to do? Well, eventually it got into my head that the best thing that I should start doing is start making things that people could potentially repost and share and click like to. A number of people who I was following on YouTube suggested, hey, start coming up and create quotes. Quotes are liked by lots of people, and if you do them on a regular basis with a certain type of design, people might follow and actually engage in the post, and perhaps the Instagram algorithm would start sharing the post to other people. But as you can see here, I decided to go the joke route, and obviously that did not happen at all. So I was intermixing jokes with my own designs, and again, still nothing happened. Well, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Let's scroll up further because it took me a long time to actually realize that, hey, I have got to start changing things around. And in fact, this actually started about mid-2020 when I started thinking to myself, okay, I want to start creating a YouTube channel. To whom am I going to be focusing my YouTube channel on? And I thought to myself, well, I have no doubt whatsoever that there are other people out there who are like me, who are in sort of like the graphic design print-on-demand field, who want to try and achieve a certain degree of success. Why don't I try speaking to them based on the experiences that I had? I've been basically designing books and print-on-demand designs for products for a number of years now, and I wanted to actually start sharing this information to you, or rather to them. So I thought to myself, well, I think it's high time that I start refining my Instagram account to start talking to people who are like me in the print-on-demand field. And that is in fact what I started to do. Further along in the year, I started creating posts that actually spoke to people in the print-on-demand business in terms of tips, in terms of motivational quotes that would actually speak to, obviously, you who are on my YouTube channel, who have come to this channel through my Instagram page, in order to obviously give you actionable things that you could enjoy, to find value in, and hopefully to make you want to come back and actually revisit my account. Okay? And that is what I actually started doing. It took a bit of time. It wasn't successful from the onset, but over time it started growing and it started picking up. As you can see here, it started to pick up as I was starting to focus on who I wanted to speak to through my Instagram account. And as you can see here, I have 13 likes. And then I actually started following people and engaging with them, and my likes started to go up as people started to follow my account. So we had 28 over here. Now these were all based on my designs, as you can see here, which was a far cry from the design posts that I had when I first started out, where I was only getting 3, 4, 5 likes. Now I find myself getting 43 likes, 50 likes, 56 likes, and they started growing, 76, 52. So one, I started using hashtags in my posting too as well. So if you haven't started doing that, I would highly encourage you to do so that people who perhaps don't know about my account would be able to discover it and actually come to follow me, okay? And then I continued coming up with posts that would be speaking to you, the print-on-demand business owner. And thankfully, because many of you started following me and engaging with my posts, all right, the likes started to grow. Again, nothing bombastic, but they were a lot higher than what I was getting before, all right? And this continued. And I wasn't pretending that I was going to get hundreds, because for me, my account isn't that large anyways, but I was getting engagement, and I was always making it a point that whoever sent me an emoji or whoever commented on any of my posts, I always made sure to engage back with them by sending them a reply. And guys, this is fundamentally important. You need to make sure that the account that you have on Instagram is speaking to people and that you are speaking to them and engaging with them. So you need to make sure that they will feel that they want to come back, that you are engaging with them, and that they want to be part of this growing community that you have started with your own particular page. And as you can see here, my posting took a fundamentally dramatic change. I pivoted in a totally different direction. I stopped posting things pertaining to my designs on a regular basis. Now, I do interject one particular design every now and then, and why not? There's nothing wrong with a little bit of self-promotion. But as you can see here, the style of my postings took a dramatic change. It was all about providing value through actionable tips, motivational quotations, obviously lead-ins towards my YouTube channel to show people that, hey, listen, I created a video which I believe can give you value. Please come on over to visit so that you can actually see what I'm all about, and we can grow our community over there too. And when I did this, both my Instagram account started to grow, as did my YouTube community, and I was providing value. I was making it about you, the people who are in my community, so that you would want to continue coming back, seeing the content that I obviously was promoting. And in truth, hopefully through this, it would help you develop your print-on-demand business as well. Now, the few posts that I interjected pertaining to my designs obviously were there to encourage people who, like you, might be visiting my account, could perhaps be interested in clicking and visiting my print-on-demand shop to make a purchase, if you so liked it. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But you do need to make sure that you are using social media in a fundamentally important way. And I don't want to sound like a broken record, but you have got to make it about the people who are following you. If you make it about you coming across as always wanting people to come and buy, they're going to drop your account and move somewhere else. So you might say to me, well, Brian, I'm always posting about products because that's the only thing that I've learned. What am I going to do? Am I going to drop my account? Do I start a new one? No. Continue with your account, but you have to start asking yourself an important question. Who are you going to be speaking to through your Instagram account? Who is it that you want to attract to visit to your account? And you need to start coming up with posts that are going to be appealing to them. Non-product related posts. Non-design related posts. So you need to think to yourself, okay, in my mind, this is the person who I want to speak to. This is the age that I want the person to be. This is the financial position that I want the person to be in. And do a bit of research, come up with posts that are going to be motivational, that provide tips, that provide advice, that is going to be relatable to the person who you have in your mind to whom you want to speak to. And then, when you're creating designs and you want to interject a design into your Instagram post, make it relatable to them. So, whoever it is that you're designing for, come up with a design that's going to speak to them. And then interject those posts every now and then so that you're not coming across as always asking people to buy. When these people start following you, and they will follow you, because they're going to get value from your posts, you're going to start finding that when you actually interject those posts pertaining to your design, the number of engagement that you're going to get on that is going to increase. And when it increases, the Instagram algorithm is going to see that there is movement with respect to that post, and it's going to start sharing your Instagram account to other people as a potential account that they could follow. And then it will snowball. Remember, a tiny snowball at the top of a mountain, as it starts rolling, it starts growing and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It doesn't happen over a few seconds, it takes time. But then when it gets to be huge and it starts creating an avalanche in a good way, you're going to start finding that your account on Instagram is going to grow, and you'll actually start finding a lot more traffic moving towards your print-on-demand accounts. Now, very important, because somebody had asked me, well, what about the type of link that Instagram gives you? They only give you one clickable link. And yes, it's true. But there is a website called Linktree, and I'll put a link to it in the description below, where you can actually go to it and you can create multiple links, and then they'll give you one link that you can put in your bio, so that when somebody actually clicks on it, it's going to take them to a particular page that you've configured with all of the links that you would like them to consider visiting. So you don't need to worry about how many links you can put on Instagram or not. You're only going to be given one. Instagram wants to keep you on their platform. That's what they're bent on doing. But because of the fact that there are these other third-party websites that you can use to actually create multiple links that you can get people to visit, you first need to make sure that you get followers to your account. And then once you get those followers to your account, everything will start to grow and everything will start to move. So we're back to me now, and I hope that in showing you my Instagram account from the early days of my posting to what it is that I'm doing now is actually going to be encouraging you to take this actionable advice and start pivoting in the way you go about doing and actually administering your Instagram account. I know that we all want to actually gain traffic to our print-on-demand site to make those sales, particularly as the fourth quarter is approaching. But in truth, if we don't give value to the people who are visiting our accounts, if we don't provide that trust factor, if we consistently come across as the kind of account that is always asking for one thing, to buy, we're not going to get anywhere fast. And it does take time. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not coming here with any kind of get-rich-quick scheme on Instagram. That's not where I come from. That's not the advice that I share. I'm here to tell you that with everything, it does take work. It does take time. But if you start working smarter and actually focusing your mindset in terms of what it is you need to do to encourage people to come and follow your site, to give them value, to make the account about them, they're going to want to continue coming to you. They're going to see that you are there to provide them with value, to help them with whatever need that they might have. And then when you actually come to do the pitch and ask them to visit your shop to buy something, they're going to be more open to do so, as opposed to always selling them with a design after design after design after design. It might look nice to have an Instagram account where all you have are designs one after each other. But in truth, you're basically shooting yourself in the foot by consistently putting up those kind of posts. Move away from the hard sell. Make the account about the people who you want to follow you so that you can develop that trust factor with them to build up a community, as I've done here through my Instagram page towards my YouTube. I appreciate each and every one of you who is watching this particular episode now, who is following me not only on my YouTube channel but on my Instagram account, because I'm here to do something that you all need, providing you with tips, actionable advice, and motivation to make sure that your print-on-demand business will continue to grow and to flourish. And in today's episode, I've given you a bit of a hard challenge to do, because it's not easy to change your mindset. I was proof of that. You saw that on my Instagram account. But it can be done. And it's hard to do it. And there were times where I have to admit that I wanted to renege back to what it is that I was posting. But I stuck through it. I held firm and I said, no, this is what I'm going to be doing. This is how it's going to be done, and no matter what voices in the back of my head were telling me to do otherwise, I ignored them and I continued to plod on. I changed the way that I posted. I changed my target in terms of who I was posting to. I engaged with my followers. I actually went to people's accounts and I engaged with them of my own accord. Many of you who are on my YouTube channel from Instagram know that I was the one, for many of you, who made the first step towards making connection. And that's what social media is all about. It's making a connection and providing value. And I didn't come across as saying, "Hi, this is my YouTube link. Come and follow me over there." No. I actually communicated firstly by saying, "Hey, how are you? I hope you're enjoying the process. I see that you're starting out new on the print-on-demand field. If there's anything that I can do, I enjoy helping other people. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm here to service because I want to share my experience with you so that you don't have to go through the same mistakes that I did, so that maybe you can get to where you want to be faster than what it took me to get from A to Z." And in doing so, many of you who continue to follow me appreciated this and actually gave me the best thing that you could have given me, was clicking on the subscribe button, was following me on Instagram. And that is how and why my following started to grow, because I finally got it into my head that my accounts, my channels need to be about you, not about me. And by doing so, everything started to grow. Now, will sales come from that? I'm hopeful. That's the whole point. That's the whole intention of doing it. But as they say, Rome wasn't built overnight, and we have to be persistent, consistent, and keep plugging away. So I hope that this video has shown you, has provided some kind of light in terms of what you need to do with your respective Instagram account if you are using it for your print-on-demand business. And I wish you all the best of luck. If you stuck it through to the end, comment down below saying, "I'm going to make the change," and actually do so. Change your way of thinking, change the way that you go about with your Instagram account, and I have no doubt that you will receive a lot of rewards in the degree of success that you get. But for today, that's all I've got. So as always, be safe, be well, be creative. Bye for now.